We got to talk about some bad news for WWE and more specifically WWE Raw. But quite frankly, it might even be just bad news for WWE in general because something is not clicking. But interestingly enough, I'm completely satisfied with the product. Now, for those who don't know what is even remotely being close to what I'm talking about, WWE Raw continues to not be as popular as it was. WWE Raw actually ranked number 9 globally on Netflix for this week's or for last week's episode, February 16th. And the demo and everything is basically just having very minimal movement. So according to Doom, WWE ranked number 9 and number 7 in the United States, 9 globally, 7 in the United States for the week of February 16th, 2026, with 2.9 million global views, which was down from the previous week. Now, overall, people are going to talk about the numbers and it's going to get into some really nerdy talk and some really crazy stuff. But I think we should just be addressing an overall state of the WWE. Because that right here is the problem. WWE tends to do well with ticket sales, and 2.9 million viewers is great. I don't see anything wrong with that. But the problem is there seems to be a decline in the WWE overall interest. And I don't know what that stems from. I don't know if that stems from WWE and the product they're putting out. I don't know if that stems from wrestling fatigue. But that is very interesting when you consider the news that WWE isn't necessarily happy about ticket sales for WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas. And so that's what I kind of want to talk about now, because overall, for me personally, as a fan of professional wrestling, I don't think wrestling is must-see television. And I think I've said this probably like 5 times on the channel. Wrestling is not must-see television. It is very easy to miss a week of Raw, Dynamite, SmackDown, NXT, and go on Twitter and get all your results or watch the highlights on the YouTube channel. It's not very difficult to skip an episode of wrestling and then be disconnected from the product. That's not hard. For me personally, I enjoy wrestling for what it is. So overall, watching 2.5 hours, not a big deal. So my interest or disinterest in the product, it's probably not the same as yours. And that's why I want to have that conversation. Like, I don't think, even this week's episode of Raw, I don't think was that strong or that weak. I thought it was just a solid episode. I mean, it continued the stories and that was it. So what's the issue here? Why is there a decline for professional wrestling? And why more specifically is WWE starting to feel a decline at a time where this company continues to do big things? It's just food for thought. It's something to have that conversation about because clearly this news for the WWE really isn't that good. Speaking of WWE Raw, I want to give you guys an update on the whole AJ Styles situation because we did see that he is going into the WWE Hall of Fame. For those who are unaware, it is now being reported that WWE actually surprised him legitimately. Brian Alvarez and pretty much every other source known to man is coming out and saying, yeah, this was a genuine surprise for AJ Styles. Nobody knew that. Well, AJ Styles didn't know that he was being inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame, and the WWE management chose not to tell him ahead of time. Obviously, with AJ retiring, we got to take him for his word. He says he's done, right? He says he's done with professional wrestling. And, I mean, if you listen to that promo, it sounds like we should believe him. So don't expect him to go to AEW. But I think a lot of people were kind of thinking, okay, is WWE doing this Hall of Fame thing as a way for leverage to potentially get him to not go anywhere? I don't think that's the case. And it's kind of frustrating, to be honest, too, because I don't think every person needs to go to AEW or every person needs to go to WWE. You know, so I do think there's a little bit of frustration there because they see AJ Styles retired and they're like, oh, I think AJ's lying. I don't think he's done with professional wrestling, yada, yada, yada. But the truth is, I think he's actually done. And I think WWE putting him into the Hall of Fame is because they know that he's genuinely done wrestling. And so with him going into the Hall of Fame, I feel like WWE is confident in the fact that AJ won't go elsewhere. Yeah, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Honestly, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think some people are going to be kind of upset about it because there's people that want to see him go to AEW or TNA, but I don't think it's really that big of a deal. I don't think it's that necessary, and quite frankly, I don't think it makes or breaks any product. I don't think AJ leaving WWE or AJ going anywhere else truly takes the product to the next level anyways. He had a hell of a career, man. You don't have to keep going. And I think that's completely fine to at least acknowledge. And that's the way it's going to kind of be for a while. All right, guys, we have some news on an AEW trademark. What is this for? Well, we're going to talk about it. AEW has now secured the rights to the phrase paid in full. This was done on February 23rd, 2026. The promotion filed the trademark application with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. The filing specifically covers entertainment services related to professional wrestling exhibitions and performances by a tag team of wrestlers. While AEW has not officially confirmed how the name will be utilized, such filings are a standard industry practice to protect the branding of upcoming talent groupings or specialized events. The timing of this, obviously, a lot of people are kind of thinking it is for a tag team. Keep that in mind. We don't really know who it is. I mean, it technically hasn't been revealed. There is some speculation that this could be for Mercedes Moné and Athena. So that is very interesting. Some people are wondering if maybe this could even be for an event name. Keep in mind, AEW previously had some trademarks for Firestorm and Blitz and Fire, which could be, for like an upcoming show or special episode or whatever it may be. But yeah, we really don't know what it's for. It's an interesting trademark. I think Paid in Full would be kind of like a cool tag team name, so I'd be down for that. We'll see. We'll see what it is. We'll see who it's for. I don't know. I don't want to spend too much time on trademark stuff, but I do find it fascinating. So yeah. All right, and that brings us to our final topic of today's video. A former WWE star has confirmed their retirement from professional wrestling after their most recent WWE exit. Now, interestingly enough, this exit from the company was relatively quiet. Obviously, we did talk about it on this channel. So if you follow this channel, then you know what's going on. But if you don't follow this channel, if you're not subscribed, then you honestly probably don't know a damn thing. And that's okay, because I'll still be here. However, Sarah Logan is officially done with wrestling. Now, in June of 2025, Sarah Logan parted ways from the WWE. We saw her return to the company as Valhalla, pretty much there for the Viking Raiders, the War Raiders. She was kind of there just as another asset for them. However, on the Wise Traditions podcast, today's episode, she actually detailed a lot of her transition from being in WWE now to being a full-time mother. And she basically revealed that the shift began after her initial WWE release in 2020. So it's a very interesting story. Obviously, you guys could check it out on the podcast itself. But she has made it clear like where her priorities are in life, and she is done wrestling. And there's literally nothing wrong with that, obviously, at all. Listen, some people on the internet would criticize the Valhalla character. I didn't mind Valhalla being with the War Raiders, or the Viking Raiders, whatever you want to call them. The Viking Experience or Viking Express, or I don't even remember. I feel like Vince McMahon changed their tag team name so many times. That was weird. But I feel like Ivar and Eric really have like a cool look and presentation, and I thought Valhalla was completely fine. Now, I'm not saying for Sarah Logan to be wrestling all the time, but she was somebody that could take bumps, and she was somebody that added to their presentation. I thought it was kind of cool and unique. Obviously, WWE didn't really see the need of keeping her, and now she's a mother too, so I understand both sides of it. But yeah, she's done wrestling. It is what it is. The world keeps moving forward, and so does this channel. So make sure you guys click subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.